Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Caitlin Hill, and if you haven't already subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button and like and share this video. I'm so excited to finally be filming this video. I have been wanting to film this for the last couple weeks now, but I really wanted to make sure that I was continuing on with what I was doing in terms of remedies and tinctures and supplements, everything that I was taking / doing to make sure that it was actually working and that it was finally officially gone, because having mastitis is not fun at all. And I actually had it twice now, back to back, 1 week apart. I thought it was fully gone, so I kind of continued on with my life, and it came back with a vengeance. So I feel like I've got some really good tips and knowledge that worked for me. And of course, that leads me to that I am not a medical professional in any way, shape, or form. And I am simply just sharing my own personal experience and story of what helped me. That being said, I have some really great tips that I feel are going to help you whether you do choose to take antibiotics and you're recommended to take antibiotics. For me, that wasn't something that I wanted to personally do, just because I have heard stories of the antibiotics changing the taste of the breast milk and the babies weaning themselves. So that's not something that I'm ready to do yet, and neither are the babies. So yeah, I just continued on with taking all natural remedies, and it really worked for me, and I had it bad, like really bad. First things first, take off your bra. Do not wear a bra. This is number one on the list. Your breasts need to be able to regenerate and detox and be free to breathe. And our breasts are connected to our lymph nodes that are constantly regenerating. And if we're wearing a bra that's pushing up against our nipples, they can't breathe and it cannot heal. So please, ladies, free the nip, take the bras off, and just allow yourself to just wear a really loose fitting cotton shirt. I just put on one of Matisse's shirts, and that helped my breast breathe freely and allowed it to just, yeah, freedom. Okay, number 2 on the list is massage with fractionated coconut oil. Fractionated just means that it is in a liquid state, so it won't harden, with lavender oil or tea tree oil. Basically, what I would do is put a little bit of the oil on, obviously, and then a little bit of the coconut oil, and then just started to massage the breast in. I could feel where my clogs were. The breast was really hard, and I would basically just slowly, in circular motion, massage over top of the clog towards the nipple. Yeah, I did that for a good solid week, every day, and just also wanted to mention that I had like full-on shivers, like felt like I had come down with like a total flu. Like I definitely had a full-blown infection. The flu pains, the flu sort of symptoms, and the flu symptoms kind of went away after the first 3 to 4 days. But the clog was there until, I want to say, like a good week to 10 days after. So that's totally normal, or at least that's what was normal for me. So I was doing the massage until I felt like the clogs were clearing up, and eventually they just did. It's good to be mindful of sort of like that timeline and not to freak out if you're like, oh, the clog's not gone after a few days. That's what happened to me. And yeah, massaging and getting my hands in there with the oils was really nice. I actually found this to be super helpful. And another way was to sort of like lift the breast out and then shake it like this. Okay. Yeah. And I was doing that almost every time after I was feeding, because it was so painful. Oh my God. And obviously just raw, like my nipple was hurting, and also my breast was just like aching in total. So just, yeah, massaging towards the nipple with small circular motion, especially if you can find the clog, and then pulling the breast out and shaking it with the oil on. Super helpful. Okay, so number 3, I'm going to talk a little bit more about getting the clog out because yeah, that's what's causing the infection. And so you want to obviously get that cleared and just to feel that relief. So what I was doing was I had a HAAKAA, which if you don't have a HAAKAA and you're breastfeeding, get a HAAKAA right now. It's like the greatest thing ever. So with the HAAKAA, I was filling that with warm water, like, and I mean to the point of like hot because I wanted to clear the clog so badly. And then fill that with Epsom salt. I didn't actually have any Epsom salt, so I used Celtic sea salt and it worked totally fine for me. And then attach it onto the breast and suction it on. I was sometimes only filling the HAAKAA about halfway full and then doing that because sometimes there's more suction, but sometimes I was doing it all the way to filling it all the way to the top and then suctioning it on and letting the milk go out into the water. So, you know, my nipple was being covered by the water and just allowing it just to freely flow into the water and the milk was coming out. Super helpful. I also, you know, at the end of the nipple, like if you're seeing any kind of like white sort of pus, I would sort of move the pus around with a sterilized tweezer, just sort of move the pus around and then redo the HAAKAA again and redo it again and redo it again. I basically, and this leads me into number 4, which is I sat in the bath and literally did that with the HAAKAA for like 2 or 3 hours one day. So hot baths and steam showers or just regular hot showers are going to open that up and just allow that to just clear out. And it also just feels so good, especially if you've got the chills like I did. I was like super cold and just did not want to leave the bath for the first couple of days. So allowing your body to just relax so that it can be in a state of that feels good to heal, basically. Okay, so number 5 is probiotics. I really love the company Symbiotica. They have incredible supplements, and honestly, I'm just one of those people that I'm like, if I'm gonna be spending money on supplements, I just want the best of the best, and I know that they're super high quality and it's not something that's been like sitting on a shelf in a natural food store for a long time and doesn't have the potency. Like, I just know that these products are made fresh and have all of the best ingredients and they are super effective. So yeah, love these probiotics. We always want to have a super healthy microbiome and it's literally the root of our health blueprint basically. So taking healthy bacteria while we're going through an infection is super important to keep that up and to encourage that to be its best. Okay, number 6 is raw garlic. Raw garlic is antimicrobial and is so key when you're dealing with an infection. I literally this time just smashed the garlic and swallowed it like a pill. Amazing, because I didn't, you know, sometimes I've like put it in my mouth and then chewed, and then it's like, oh my gosh, I have this like super garlicky breath and it's hard to eat when it's so strong, but when you just swallow it like a pill, it does the exact same thing. And I definitely could like sort of feel the garlic coming up in my breath, but it wasn't the same as chewing it. Okay, so number 7 is turmeric. So I just took turmeric in this essential oil form and I put it into empty capsules and I just took it in a pill form. Anti-inflammatory, which is great. Obviously there's a lot of inflammation going on, or there was for me anyways. I should just speak from my own perspective. My breast was so red and so big and so inflamed. Yeah, taking something like turmeric is really, really great for that. I think you can also just take it in, you know, the powder form as well if you want to make little turmeric lattes or turmeric teas, making sure that I was getting turmeric into my diet in any way possible while having mastitis because it is such a powerful herb. Okay, so number 8 is sunflower lecithin. I always want to say lecithin or lecithin because of the Italian, but this is the one that I took. And it helps to make the breast milk more liquidy and less thick. So it's easier for the breast milk to get through the clog and to come out of your nipple, and so it won't get clogged as easily. Okay, number 9 is another really, really powerful tool is coated silver. I took this one by Symbiotica. It is seriously powerful. It's actually a natural antibiotic, and I just took a couple drops in water and this stuff is amazing. So important to have in your little remedy first aid kit, especially when you have kids that are, you know, getting sick and picking up things all the time. So really, really good. Coated silver. Number 10 is dangle nursing. Okay, so you're gonna feel like a cow, but honestly, it's just effective. You want to basically, of course, when you have mastitis, do not stop breastfeeding on the breast that has the clog. You want to continue to breastfeed as much as you possibly can. It doesn't feel good, okay? That's all I'm gonna say about that. But dangle nursing is basically hanging over the baby. So I just put them down on the bed right here, and I basically hung over them and just let my udders into their mouths. It felt like I was a cow for sure. And yeah, it wasn't super easy, especially when I was like feeling so sick in those first few days, but super effective to just let the clog sort of have that freedom and mobility to become unclogged. So yeah, dangle feeding, really important. Doesn't feel great, but very, very effective. Okay, number 11 is sleep on your side, not on your stomach. So basically, I am pretty sure that I got mastitis because my baby started sleeping through the night. Yay! But I wasn't emptying my breast, so I wasn't having the flow and the release that my breast needed. Also, on the nights when I got it, I was sleeping on my stomach. And that's just something that I noticed both times, sleeping for really long stretches of time. One time in particular, actually I think both times that I got it, they didn't wake once in the night. So this was really long stretches without feeding. And I just happened to be sleeping on my stomach. So both times I was laying down on my stomach and woke up and my breast was like this big and super hard. And I noticed after that when I started sleeping on my side, that it didn't fill and kind of pool in the same way and then get clogged, which is what we want to avoid. So yeah, definitely side sleeping is just healthier all around if you want to avoid having that kind of pooling action and to have any clogs. Okay, number 12, this one is a really, really, really important one that really helped me big time, is to get some CABBAGE or towels. If you don't have CABBAGE, steam them in the pot, get them super, 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 super hot and steamy, and then get your partner, if you have someone around with you, to take them out with like rubber gloves, like I'm talking super, super hot, and then place a dry towel over the breast that's affected, then cover on top of the dry towel, place the steaming CABBAGE or the steaming towel on top of the dry towel, and just breathe. The steam gets into the fascia of the breast and it really, really breaks down the milk, which is amazing, and it's super effective. So that's, if you are in a serious pinch, this tip is really, really powerful. Okay, number 13 is oil of oregano. This is the one that I used. Oil of oregano is really similar to coated silver in the sense that it is like a natural antibiotic. It has a lot of antibacterial properties. If you have those flu pains in the beginning, it's super helpful to help to stop bacteria from producing and to obviously help the infection go away. Okay, number 14, and this is one that I learned on my own, is avoiding alcohol, okay? Like no alcohol. Both times I got it, the night before waking up with it, I had, you know, a glass of wine with dinner or two. And I don't think that there's any issues with breastfeed or having a couple glasses while you're breastfeeding. But the thing is that the yeast from the wine or the beer really is not good for the infection and can bring it on like tenfold, which is exactly what I think happened to me. So avoiding alcohol, just have high vibrational filtered water, bless it, drink it, just drink water, stick to water, and obviously fruit juices or fresh pressed juices are really good as well, but just stick to the good clean stuff. Do not drink alcohol if you're dealing with an infection, and if just don't, seriously, it's not worth it. This also leads us into number 15, which again is just drink a ton of high vibe water. By high vibe, I just mean make sure that it's filtered, make sure it's coming from a good place, and really, when you're drinking the water, think to yourself, this is healing me. This is the best thing that I can be putting in my body. It's cleaning me. My body it's like a potent elixir that's going to heal me from the inside out and flush out whatever is going on inside of me. And that's like with anything. Whenever I deal with some kind of illness or infection, I always try to keep my mental as good as it possibly can be, although it's very hard, especially when with mastitis. There were days where I was really crying and really upset. It was so painful to go through, but always just sort of like working through, you know, what might have brought this on, what feelings and emotions sort of sparked this, or what was I feeling before this. You know, a really big feeling for mothers that have mastitis is that they are so busy and need a break. And so to really allow the people around you, whether that's your partner or if you have family or you have hired help, to take the load off of you for 3, 4, 5 days or however long it takes for you to start feeling better, and really stick to being in bed and stay in bed and allow yourself to rest and get over this thing. Do not take these things and continue on with, you know, the workload that is motherhood. Really take this time to heal and allow yourself to go through what your body needs to do to get better, and be in an environment that's going to allow you to really recharge and heal. You know, our bodies are always sending messages that we need to listen to and really learn from in order to be the best version of ourselves. So for me, I felt like it was really time for me to have a bit of a break. I was feeling really burnt out. You know, being a mom is so busy, especially being a twin mom. I am, you know, just on the go all the time, cleaning, making food, watching after the kids. It's a 24/7 job. And I really think that my body just needed to rest and get better. And I am feeling so much better now. Thank goodness. You can do this, mama. I'm here for you. And please let me know in the comments if you have any other tips and tricks for mastitis. Please put them down below, because I am so curious to know what worked for you. And also I want other mamas to be able to see different tips and tricks that can work for them as well. So thank you so much for watching this week's video. I hope you're doing well and that you are healing and getting over this if you do have mastitis. So we can do this, and I believe in you. Deep peace to you on your journey, and take care. Ciao for now.